スーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているのスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているスーパーモンキーボールだからベイビーオーラワンキスユーなななななバラビロビロミ UCY オーライオーライなぐるぐる回っている世界の上で転がされず踊っているス Super Monkey Ball! Kanda, baby, all I want is you. Na 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 na. But a little me, you see why. Alright now.
Hello, fine dudes and dudettes of the internet, and hopefully my audio is sounding nice and lovely. Going to just be a couple seconds more, and thank you for joining.
Super Monkey Ball! Baby, all I want is you.
Hello, fine dudes and dudettes of the internet, and welcome back to another Nintendo Switch UK podcast live stream. And this time we are playing the new Super Monkey Ball demo on the Nintendo Switch eShop of Japan. If you're wondering how you can download this, because it is exclusive to Nintendo's, like, the Japanese eShop at the moment. If you simply just make a new account, set the account regions to Japan, your oh dear lord, it'll let you just I believe you just set the region of your Switch to Japan. When you're setting up the account, like set up as Japan, you don't have to set your language as Japan, and then you're all set basically. So new Super Monkey Boy, back on Switch. I'm really excited to play this one. I'm doing horribly, cause the selling point of this game. My God, I am doing awful. So the selling point of this game is that it was one of the dear lord, I'm so hopeless. Oh wow, that was quick. So the selling point of this game is that it's one of the better, or it's like a super solid game that was released on the Wii. Had very good reviews. However, the critique was that some people felt the motion controls made the game less palatable, harder than it needed to be. And people just really wanted to play it with a GameCube controller. But it was a very early launch title for the Wii, I believe. I remember being one of the first Wii games I played. Thus, it was very aggressive and no, you must play with motion controls. This is a tailored experience for motion controls, and there's no other way to ever play this game ever. Aha, see, I'm getting the hang of it now. Whoa! Okay, is that timer going up or down? It's down, so I need to hurry it along. Oh my God. It's been a while since I played a Marble Cell game. I think the last one I played oh dear lord, I played Mercury, like the Mercury game on PSP, if you ever recalled that game. But yeah, it's been a while since we've had Monkey Ball games. Like, we had the first two on the GameCube, which were both pretty solid. I think there was a fake cheap ass excuse of one on the kind of Game Boy Advance, but that was kind of the thing back then. Is oh dear lord, these weren't the games this game originally started with. I remember they were all Seaside-y things, so I think it's given us the grand tour in this demo. But yeah, there's a Game Boy one, which was just kind of just a cheap man's Super Monkey Ball. Then I think by then, because I don't think it was an early title. Oh dear lord, big banana, yes. Yeah, yeah, I think we jumped to the Wii at that point, and there's a launch title. Oh dear lord. Yeah, the original game didn't start off with levels like this. Oh, so close. And at least I got another life though. At least so. Yeah, I think there was 2 on the Wii. One that was like motion controls, and then the other one that was shoving the kind of big old the Wii balance board really heavily. And then I believe one on the D. I feel like they probably did a DS one, but it doesn't ring a bell. Didn't do one on the PSP because they had Mercury Marble, I believe that game was I was referring to earlier. And then we moved to the then there was a 3DS one, which I played the 3DS one a lot. So I remember I used the Circle Bat, and it was one of the games that really showcased that the kind of like even like the fluidity and like the how much better a circle pad was over a D-pad, which I quite liked. And as well as that, it was one of the few launch titles outside of Street Fighter for Super Street Fighter 4 3D, which featured kind of download play multiplayer, which I remember being early on in the 3DS. You didn't just want to sit there playing DS games on it. Okay. Oh, I can't screw up this time, so I'm on my last life, and now I'm back to the beginning of the demo. Oh my god. I never remember, I've completely erased from my head how nauseating the tilting of the level is. How high does this go? Okay, okay. Hold it, okay. Oh, and then I need to get off at the right point. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, dear lord. But yeah, I remember enjoying the 3DS one, but I don't think it was reviewed very well. And then I think the franchise just kept... Oh, no. I lie. There's one on the Vita, which didn't review very well. And then the franchise kind of ended there. Which I find it curious that it's a franchise that's stayed so exclusive to the handheld, because also the first 2 entries... Oh, no. Why did I do that? No! Oh, I'm back to the beginning. I wonder how many levels are in this. No, my luck, we won. We'll never find out. It'll be a mystery to us all. Dear lord. Gosh dang. Oh yeah, because I remember it coming out early for the PlayStation Vita, because there weren't many titles for the Vita. We had Uncharted, which was basically like the I'm going to quickly update the stream here. Just quickly updating the stream info there. But yeah, there wasn't that much. There was Uncharted, Golden Abyss, which was kind of like the Breath of the Wild for the Vita, and that it wasn't like a knockout hit, but it was still like a solid game. It really showed like, hey, this ain't your grandma's PSP. It was really impressive, and kind of being able to it took advantage of the hardware of the Vita in a lot of unique ways. Like I remember you would get these notes and you'd scrape them away. It had, for me, it was my first Uncharted game, so it had a fairly self-contained story, which I quite enjoyed. And it was just, again, it was quite grandiose. I think that it helped that I hadn't played an Uncharted game for a while, and I did love the earlier Tomb Raider games like Tomb Raider Legend and Underworld. So for me, yes, we're up to 4 lives. Okay, so we're going into this level a lot better off this time around. Okay. so we need, that's swinging over to that side, so let's just wait our time and see if it popped over. But yeah, I really enjoyed that game. Like, it was, I feel like it had a nice self-contained story. Thankfully, because all the puzzles were kind of based on the gimmicks of the console. Like, there's one where you had a sheet of paper and you had to hold it up to the light using the camera to see through it, which it was gimmicky, but it was fun, and it kind of again differentiated the Vita from a PSP. And yeah, that was a fun title. Outside of that, I think there was FIFA Football, which was like it was neither FIFA 13 or FIFA 12, because I remember it was out for like 4 months, and then FIFA 13 came along, which I find it funny that they're willing to make 2 custom FIFA games for the PS Vita, but they seem not so keen to do that for Switch. Funny how that happens, eh? There we are. Okay, we're doing well. That's it's got 5 hearts. Outside of that, we had a Ridge Racer game, which it was really solid, and the controls were very nice. And again, it was nice to play compared to the PSP. Play a racing game with an analog stick. However, oh my god, what was even going on there? However, it was just so light and horsey. Like, I find it funny they had DLC to just add more to the soundtrack, just because it was so light on content. Okay. But yeah, fun game. But I think that was it was a really cheap title, and I think that's they were tactic. They were like, if we can help them make a bare bit bones. Oh lord, my god. Yeah, this. What is this? This is I get what they're doing. They're trying to show off the variety here, but oh no! Why? I think they're forgetting that it takes time to get a handle of the monkey ball controls. Oh dear lord! I like to imagine that secretly the full game's in here, but they're like, yeah, if we make it hard, nobody will get that far, and then just end the demo there. Okay, and yeah. Oh, there was a game called Unit 13 that was a launch title. Oh my god, what is happening here? And yeah, that was like it's like they took SOCOM, if you remember that franchise, the kind of tactical move your troops around style game, and then they're like, let's make a third-person shooter. It didn't really work because the thing is, the scenarios were just so no. Yeah, I'm gonna be back to the beginning. I won't lie. I'm struggling to find my fun here. Okay. Jump over it. There we are. Come on. Oh, there we are. No. Come on. I can't fail one more time. Oh no. Okay, that's us. Okay. If I get back up to that level without dying, I'll continue with this game. Otherwise, I think I may switch to a different demo because this ain't grabbing me. Ain't working for me. It's. But yeah, that was an interesting title, and I think that was it. Oh, they had Little Deviants. It was like a game where you used the back touchpad to roll these creatures around the map, and it was seriously like the 1-2 switch of the PS Vita. And to this day, it's one of the cheap, unlike 1-2 switch, which has surprisingly retained its value. You know. Surprisingly, unlike that, Little Deviants has plummeted in value. You can get it for quite cheap. I believe like UOCX you can pick up for £6. So, yeah, it was a gimmicky nonsense fest. I found it fun when I played the demo at least, and but But yeah, that's like, I think that's all the launch titles. It had a very weak launch. I remember Michael Jackson's Experience HD, very close to launch. And then they did an Uncharted card game, and then it really took a while for us to get more Vita games. I think Sony presumed all the third party would, you know, fill in the gaps for them, which obviously clearly they didn't. And even then, I think that's where the Vita failed. Is it just seemed like not even Sony had faith in the console. Like, you know, most of the time it's like you launch a console and you put your everything into it. But it's kind of interesting where Sony studios within the company almost treat the Vita as if they were a third-party publisher trying to decide to go on it. Unlike maybe Nintendo or whoever would just, it's like, yeah, it's the only console, it's our new console, we have to have a game on it. Obviously, it's interesting because obviously, considering the failure, no, I wouldn't say failure, but slower launch that was the PlayStation 3. Oh no. That was stupid. Why did I do that?
Ready?
Considering the slower launch, which was the PS3, I guess from Sony's perspective, they really needed to get, you know, the teams behind big AAA PS4 games, and with it being so much more than they'd ever done, I guess that, you know, you just have to do that. And oh yeah, this ain't it. Let's shuffle over. What other demos do I have? I have blah 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 blah. Ori and the Blind Forest. Let's give it a go. Let's see what the tea is. But yeah, overall, I quite enjoyed the PlayStation Vita as a handheld. It had a for one, I still believe to this day it's like the outside of the Switch, where it's more of a hybrid system. I think it's the best and probably the pinnacle of a handheld console. Especially the light model, yet the LED screen's a bit of a downgrade. The hardware, I think's flawless. Outside of, you know, having those overpriced memory cards. It just had a solid build quality that fit in your pocket but never felt quite too small. Like, there's a good plethora of PlayStation 4 games that I played exclusively on the PS Vita, and to be honest, they looked fantastic on there. Like, I played Contrast on there, which is it's still to my day one of my favorite PS4 games. For how the story was told. Gameplay wise, you know, it had a gimmick, which was cool, and it built into gameplay where it was a third-person platformer the majority of the time, and then you could compress yourself to be a shadow, and depending where the light is, depending on how the level was, and you could platform across all the shadows, which was definitely the unique factor there. But I've got to say, this is very, very gorgeous here. 2 seconds. Just anyway, I've got to say, this is quite gorgeous. I was expecting to play as the little wee boy. So the fact that I play as this guy is a little bit surprising, but just look at the grass there, the animations there. That's quite gorgeous, and the water droplets. I wonder how long I'm going to be playing as this guy, because I was expecting like Yeah, this little guy, I was kind of expecting it to be like a fluffier and lighter platformer. But God, I'm loving the lighting on these 2D models. It's very aesthetic. And that's the story. Oh, so here we go. We're in. I'm officially playing as Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, opposed to that other Stitch you may know from that other movie. I don't know if there's other movies. Oh. I was getting used to that. I was going fast. Oh, but my God, the graphics here are gorgeous. Just look at the little wee dots and the embers. I'm curious. It's the game's moving at a quick pace, but I'm yet to see what the actual gameplay's like. Okay, so there's a tree over there of oranges. So okay. Oh, why getting this up beating gameplay? This looks... We could have made a game out of this. What's happening here? Okay, I'm baby. What's going on here? Up, and it's back to nighttime. Wow, they just really made that art style, and then they're like, nah, let's move on. Up, and we're eating all the oranges. Can we get to the gameplay? The thing I find interesting is this was a game PlayStation showed, not PlayStation, Microsoft showed off for years and years, and then they showed off the definitive version, and then they showed off the sequel. And it's interesting where I always, every time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's gorgeous, Microsoft's doing some creative stuff there. But I just looked at the game, I'm like, I don't know what the gameplay is really, and that's what I'm excited to see. But again, the graphics are still nonetheless gorgeous. I don't even know what's going on, but I'm enjoying it. But kind of returning to the talking point of the place. Oh, this is so adorable. Returning to the talking point of the PlayStation Vita. Again, the hardware was so nice. And they had the PlayStation TV, which is essentially a little PlayStation Vita, the size of an iPod Classic, if you remember one of those, or a credit card, but you know, a little bit thicker, maybe about the thickness of a DVD case, and you know, had all your ports. You get everything from oh dear, what's happened? Everything from Ethernet. It had a USB. It had a power cable. HDMI, yada yada yada, and it was really handy for just kind of. It almost was like a mini Switch, because that's how I played. I played a lot of Minecraft on that. I was like a lot of Minecraft, a lot of Killzone. It was just I had I literally had them installed on the memory card. I would go. Oh no! Wait, is he dead? Oh no, he just sad. Yeah, it was interesting to have that gameplay experience where you could connect the PSP to a TV. However, there was so many compromises to visual fidelity. Like, it was letterboxed. If you played it on a 480p TV, it was only teensy bit letterboxed. But if you play that on a modern TV, or 4K TV for that matter, it's you know, it's taken up such a small fragment of the screen, and I recall connecting Bluetooth controllers to the PSP was a nightmare. So kind of having that Switch-esque experience with the PS Vita and the PlayStation TV, it was quite interesting, because it kind of gave a wee hint of what the console could become, and what kind of, not the console, but kind of gaming could become. And it's interesting to see where at the end of the day the Switch has filled that void that the PS Vita once did. And oh my god, spooky spiders. You know, they're trying to pull on my heartstrings here, but I haven't quite been with the characters long enough to really fall in love with them in that manner. Let me see, is he okay? Oh, he's no well. He's a sad boy. Oh, I'm trying to think out, is he dead? I don't know what they're going for here. Come on. Yeah. You can do it. Oh. Nah. He's out. No luck. But yeah, that was quite fun, and overall the PS Vita had a lot of unique titles compared to a lot of its contemporaries at the time. And as it had Persona 4 Golden, I still swear I think that the PS Vita had the best Killzone game in the franchise. It wasn't Shadowfall. It was the Liberation was the PSP one. Shadowfall was the PS4 version. Anyway, nevertheless, the PS Vita version of Killzone was a very solid title, and it really showed what the handheld could do. There was an exceptional port of Borderlands, which again I bring up so often in the podcast because I find it remarkable that we're sitting here like, well, I don't know if this Borderlands game could even run on the Switch when it ran on the PS Vita. And there was even like a limited edition PS Vita. There was a bundle, and I just really wish because I think the situation there was that it was one of the last ditch efforts to get people on board with the PlayStation Vita. They had just released the PlayStation TV in the West. They had just released the PlayStation Vita 2000. And with that, they had a team dedicated that ported for Gearbox Borderlands 3. So they made the money. The porting team just covered their costs. And the idea was it was going to bring more customers to... Oh dear, this is sad. Bring more customers, and it was very much a last-ditch effort. But sadly at that point, it was the Vita was kind of a laughing-stock joke. And again, I think it kind of shows that when you're launching a console, as they did not, you just really need to put your all behind it and have every game. Like the Vita should have had a God of War. It should have had a Little Big Planet at launch, and they really dropped the ball there. It was possibly one of the weakest launches just in gaming history. Like it had nothing much going for it, sadly. Yet it kind of went on to kind of build a kind of almost cult audience, which I know like you've got so many RPGs, you have so many indie during the early days of the PlayStation 4, when the crossplay was at a big selling point and the PlayStation Vita wasn't declared dead. Near half of the non-3D indie games had PlayStation Vita versions, and combining that with PlayStation Plus saw you getting a lot of these indie games for free. And with PlayStation Plus, where much you got like PlayStation 4 games and PlayStation Vita games, it just really oh wow, the game's really kicking off now. It just meant like cause of crossplay you would just get like so many games, and I think they were just back then they were just more prioritizing what did the PS4 players, and if they happened to give you because it was like 2 games for the PS3, 2 games for the Vita, and 2 games for the PS4. So quite often you would have some months where crossplay would be like you would get like up to 6 games depending on how the crossplay was. And I'm dead. Wow, professional gamer. Okay, what buttons is there any buttons? That's okay. It's seemingly tutorializing me, so if there are more buttons to be had, I'll surely find them. A light container allows you blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Jump and slam. Okay, there we go. I thought it was... Oh, dear lord. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Almost dived for that. Boom. Trying to think, can we swim in this game? No, because they had the bridge building, but I presume not. They had the bridge bit where they built the bridge over the water, which would make me presume that you can't swim. Okay, let's build up some momentum. Oh my god, he's got the Naruto run. Enter cell, safer link. Wow. Oh, I wish every game had like a Super Saiyan. Oh, your saving mode. But yeah, to conclude, PSP. Oh dear lord. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Why am I so bad at games? So to conclude, PlayStation Vita has a delightful little console. If you haven't had the chance to pick one up yet, I highly recommend it. Because you can pick up some fairly solid games for good prices. Like recently, I keep on mentioning it, but I picked up Persona 4 Golden for what was it, £6.50, and it was a fun time. But I think I'm only going to stream for another 15 minutes and call it a day. Pick up the tiny ball of light. Let's see where it goes. But in future streams, let me know if you would. Testing. Hello. Where is he? Pierce things haven't exploded. But yeah, if you don't mind my guys asking, are any of you planning to pick up Overwatch once it comes to the Switch? Because I find it interesting. It was the game that everybody was wanting and asking for on Switch, but when it finally... Oh, this is an attack. Okay. Yeah, so far, I don't know, this game just... I don't know, I'm not really feeling connected to this character. It feels very much like he's on the end of a stick that I'm controlling. I'm not really grasping it too much, but I think it's been a little bit quiet tonight, and I don't know. I think next time for the next stream, I think it would be fun to really pick a game that we can really delve in and do a long haul on, and do some real quality content with. So I think before things get a little bit overdue, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much for joining us. If you have enjoyed this podcast, for more details, head to nsukp.co.uk and let us know on Twitter at nsukpodcast for further suggestions of any games you'd like to see us play on here. Hoping to get Mike with a capture card shortly, so the Aberdeen boys can start doing some streams as well, and definitely with more people it'll be quite fun, because we're also thinking about getting Emily in on some streams. It'll be a fun time. But anyway, until next time, au revoir.